guys, welcome to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back. In this channel we talk about everything skincare, hair care and feminine hygiene. If this is something you're interested in, please consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up. In today's video we'll be talking about 10 feminine hygiene tips that no woman should ignore. Feminine hygiene is something that is very important amongst women, and this is something that every woman should take very importantly in order to maintain a healthy feminine hygiene. I'll just go straight into the tips and tricks that you need in order to maintain a good feminine hygiene. Like when you step out there, you smell good, you smell fresh, smell amazing, and you feel good in your own skin. Now, the number one tip I'll be giving to you is always keep your undergarments dry. A wet undergarment is a recipe for disaster, because when your undergarment is wet, it is a breeding ground for bacteria. When bacteria breeds down there, it is going to cause odor, it's going to cause itchiness, it's going to cause infection. So ensure that your undergarment is always dry. Whenever you make use of the bathroom, ensure to use a tissue to wipe down there, or you can make use of a wipe. Ensure that the area is always dry before you wear your undergarment again. The second tip is to change your sanitary pads every 3 to 6 hours. Now, changing your pads depends on how heavy your flow is or how little your flow is. Now, if your flow is that heavy, you may have to change your pads every 3 hours to 4 hours. But if your flow is not that heavy, please don't let your pad to stay in there for more than 6 hours, because if it's staying there for more than 6 hours, it is going to cause something else. It is going to irritate the vagina, which is in turn going to cause problems for you. So ensure, whether your flow is very scanty, ensure that you don't leave it longer than 6 hours. You can change even earlier, before 6 hours, but don't leave it longer than 6 hours. And if you are using a tampon, please don't forget the tampon in there. Ensure to check on it and remove it at the appropriate time. For someone like me, I have used both sanitary pads and I've also used tampons. So I find both of them convenient, and I find tampons more convenient like when I'm going out and I know that I won't have the time to check on myself every now and then, or I don't want any stain or whatsoever. I tend to use the tampon and I double it up with a pad. So but always ensure to change it up, and they're convenient for me, but depending on what I really want to do or where I'm going to, like I said earlier, is what determines the one that I'm going to choose. And also, when using a tampon, I ensure not to use tampon all through my cycle. At least at the end of the cycle, when the blood clot and all of that will be coming out, I tend to ensure that I have a pad available, so that I'll at least give my vagina the opportunity to breathe and bring out more things from there, and also help clean it out faster. That's in my own opinion, and that works well for me as well. The third tip is to always clean your vagina after an intercourse. So immediately after having sex, please go straight to the bathroom, wash up with water. Don't wait till the next day, or don't get too tired to go to the bathroom, or don't get too lazy to go to the bathroom. So always go to the bathroom and wash up that area very well, and ensure you pee as well, urinate whenever you finish having sex or intercourse. This is to prevent urinary tract infection, that's UTI. This helps prevent it and helps flush out and helps clean up your system very well. The fourth tip is to avoid using soap to clean your vagina. Now, this tip I actually learned it when I was a teenager. Before now, I was always using soap to clean down there, wash it very well. Like, you know, I was washing something dirty and I want it clean. That is how I used to wash it. But until I learned about the tip of not using soap down there, so I had to stop using soap down there, and now I only clean and wash with only water, and it works excellently. So if you've been using soap, scented soap and harsh stuff down there, you should stop and consider using only water to wash that area, because the vagina is self-cleaning. It cleans from inside, but you need to do your part by washing the outside. Ensure you wash every corners, nooks and crannies of the outside to ensure that you have a good and clean smelling V. The fifth tip you want to consider is to avoid douching. Now, douching is a process of using a device to clean inside of the vagina, either using some chemical substance or water to clean the inside of the vagina. Now, this is also another recipe for disaster. There is absolutely no need for you to douche or clean inside there, because like I said earlier, the vagina is self-cleaning and it cleans itself from inside out. And what you need to do is to just wash the outer area of it and clean it very well with water. So avoid douching if you don't want to have problems down there. The sixth tip is to say no to scented feminine care products. Now, there are some of these products that are being sold in the market. They are scented. They tell you that it helps your V area to smell nice, to smell fresh, to smell good. Now, these products are not necessarily good for down there, because if you keep using them, it might irritate the V. It may just show the pH off balance, and once the pH is off balance, you begin to have problem. It causes irritation, and from irritation it can lead to other things like vaginal infections. This is something that you want to avoid. If you want to use a soap to wash down there, ensure you are using an unscented soap. But like I said earlier, it is best to use water to wash the area very well. The seventh tip is to avoid unsafe sex. That is, practice safe sex. This is going to help you prevent urinary tract infection, helps you prevent candidiasis, help you prevent vaginal discharge, odor. Like, if you are having sex, ensure you are having it with one partner, your partner, and you are practicing safe sex, you're making use of condoms, and you are not going around multiple partners, because this is something that causes bacterial infection down there, which in turn is going to cause odor, is going to cause discharge, and is going to cause itchiness, is going to cause a lot of discomfort. So this is something that you want to do, so ensure you are practicing safe sex. Number 8 tip is to avoid wearing tight clothing and underwears. Now, if your clothes are very tight, they tend to make you sweat, because as you are moving around, there is a friction going down there, and the friction makes you sweat, or when you sweat, it's accumulated down there. And if your undergarments are tight, you're wearing tight clothes, they are not breathable, like no air can get into the vagina, it causes it to kind of become wet. And once it is wet, you know what happens. It is a good breeding ground for bacteria, and this is something that you want to avoid. So always ensure that you wear breathable underwears and you are not wearing so tight undergarments. Ensure that you are buying your perfect size. Stop buying your older size if you've grown bigger than that. Now start buying a new size and adapt to that. So one thing that I used to do was always buying my teenage size underwear, because I thought, oh, I'm still slim, so I think I need to continue wearing that, until I noticed that they were becoming too tight. They used to leave marks around my booty areas. They left marks everywhere, and that was when I realized that no, I really need to size up and stop wearing my old sized undergarments. The 9th tip is to practice the right way to wipe. It is always important to wipe from the front to the back. When you wipe from the front to the back, you are actually avoiding getting infection, because if you are wiping from your back, from your anus to the front, you are trying to pass some bacteria to the front. So always ensure you are wiping from front backward in order not to cause any infection down there. The last but not the least point is not to ignore the signs of vaginal infection. Now, when the infection starts, you are going to start experiencing some changes, maybe a change in the vaginal discharge. It could be a little bit more than what it used to be. You can see changes in color, changes in smell, itchiness. around your vulva and all of that. So don't ignore these signs, because if you ignore them, it might turn into something much bigger. The earlier you start treating, the better it will be for you. So here are the 10 tips that I have for you for your feminine hygiene in order to maintain that good hygiene down there and ensure you are always smelling good. Okay, and if you found this video helpful, please leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up, that way YouTube will recommend it to more people to see this video. Thank you as you do that, and don't forget to share this video with your friend. In case you don't know, I have a natural skincare brand that caters for different skin needs, and you can shop on the website at www.etifranceskincare.com. We deliver worldwide. Your location is not a barrier to us, so just reach out to us, go on the website and shop, and it will be delivered to your doorstep. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please ensure to watch my older videos and come back to watch new videos from me. Thank you.